So I want to another important section of complex integration. So today I'm just going to continue some interesting problems by using Cauchy's integral formula and Cauchy's integral theorems. As you see, this one evaluate z by z square plus 1 into z square minus 9 into dz. As in denominator, we have four linear factors when you're splitting this one. Okay, so when you're writing this in our standard form, f of z by z minus 3 into dz ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ 4 ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Yes, you can write this one as right. So that is that integral. Okay, write this first. Let I is equal to that integral. I is equal to integration of c z by this is z square plus 1 into z square minus 9 into dz. Okay, as here you can write this denominator as this one as, so this can be written as 1 by z square plus 1. You know that z square plus 1 can be written as z plus I into z minus I, because if you write this z plus I into z minus I, you just multiply this, it gives z square plus 1. So you can split this one as, so z plus I into z minus I. Okay, or in other words, so you can write this as z square minus I square. Okay, because I square is minus 1, so minus 1 into minus becomes plus 1, and you can write this z square minus 9 as z square minus 3 square. So you can write it is z plus 3 into z minus 3, z plus 3 into z minus 3. And you observe that okay, here that circle, that closed contour is mod z is equal to 2. That is, it is a circle with center, origin and radius 2. It is a circle with center, origin and radius 2. And in this circle with center, origin and radius 2, you see these points plus 3 and minus 3 are outside the region. Plus 3 and minus 3 are outside the region. So, and if you take this one, so this is the point, this is the point 0 comma minus 1, and this is the point 0 comma plus 1, both lies inside this circle. Okay, so by excluding this one, ಇದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು z square minus 1 ಅನ್ನು just to take it like this. So let I is equal to, you take this is I is equal to integration over c. You can write this one as z by, ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಹೀಗೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ, z square minus 9, ಸೊ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಟು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟಿ, ಸೊ ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಡಿಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಯಾವ್ದು ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೌಚಿಸ್ ಇಂಟೆಗ್ರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಯಾವುದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೌಚಿಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು, ಸೊ ಅದು ಕೌಚಿಸ್ ಥಿಯರಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು 2π into f of I ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಟು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಲೆಂತಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್, ಓಕೆ, so I am just taking like this z by z square minus 9 by, you write this z square plus 1 has z plus I into z minus I, z plus I into z minus I into dz. Okay, so here that circle is mod z is equal to 2. So it is the center of the circle is origin and radius is 2. And so okay, first you write this in our standard form, that is f of z by z minus a formal ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ first. So let this can be written as I is equal to integration of f of z by z plus I into z minus I into dz, where f of z is, here f of z is z by z square minus 9. F of z is z by z square minus 9. Now you can write this one as z plus I into z minus I can be written as a by z plus I plus b by z minus I. Okay. Now, so you write this one as 1 is equal to a into z minus I plus b into z plus I. So put z is equal to I first. So when z is I, what it implies? 1 is equal to 0 plus b into I plus I. So that is 1 is equal to 2IB, or you can write b as 1 by 2I. Okay. Similarly, to find a, put z is equal to minus I. Z ge minus I hakadre, so then it is 1 is equal to, if you put z is minus I here, so a into minus I plus I becomes 0. So that is 1 is equal to minus 2IA, or a is equal to minus 1 by 2I. A is equal to minus 1 by 2I. So after finding a and b values, you just write that integral as idನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so f of z by integration, that I integral I is equal to integration of f of z by z plus I. You can write that plus I as z minus of minus I into dz. Okay, what is a value here? So that a value in first case is minus 1 by 2I. Okay, so that is a value is minus 1 by 2I plus b is 1 by 2I into integration of f of z by z minus I. You write this as it is. So a by z plus I plus b by z minus I. Z plus I can be written as z minus of minus I, b by z minus I into dz. Okay. So here the points, so z is equal to minus I and z is equal to plus I. That is, you can write this point is 0 comma minus 1 and 0 comma plus 1 lies inside mod z is equal to 2. ಎರಡು ಈ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 0 minus 1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so 0 minus 1, 0 minus 1 is the point, this one. So z is equal to minus I. So z is equal to plus I is the point, this one. Okay. So ಎರಡು points, so inside the circle ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So you can use the Cauchy's integral formula here. So therefore we have I is equal to minus 1 by 2I into, this is 2 pi I into f of a andre, so that a is the point minus I here, plus 1 by 2I into, this is 2 pi I into f of I, 2 pi I into f of I. 2I and this 2I cancels, this 2I and this 2I cancels. Okay. So now I is equal to minus pi into f of minus plus pi into f of plus I. What is f of z? So that f of z is, you see this, f of z is z by z square minus 9. So z by z square minus 9. So you can write it is minus pi into z by z square minus 9 plus pi into z is I by z square minus 9, which is equal to minus of minus pi I divided by, so this is minus I square. Minus I square means that is, so minus of minus I into minus I is plus I square. I square value is minus 1. So it is minus 1 minus 9 plus pi I by, this is I square is minus 1 minus 1 minus 9. Okay. So go on simplifying this. This is minus of minus becomes plus, which is equal to pi I by minus 10 plus pi I by minus 10, which is equal to 2 pi I by minus 10, which is equal to minus pi I by 5. So therefore that integral value is minus pi I by 5. I is equal to minus pi I by 5. Okay. So like this we can evaluate this. So ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ABCDs ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. To avoid that difficulty, I am taking this one to numerator. When you are bringing this one to numerator, you should notice that whether that points are lies inside the region or outside the region. Inside the region iddaga, so better you take the points which are outside the ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay. Yes, take one more example. So it is very similar to last problem. So the only difference is, so this denominator will be same as previous one. Only in place of z, we have z to the power 4 plus 2z square minus 1. That is only the difference here. As you write this one has, okay, I just give the hints to solve this one. So that I is equal to, let I is equal to, you take it is I is equal to integration of, so integration of that, what is that f of z here? Okay, you take this is z square, z to the power 4 plus 2z square minus 1 divided by z square minus 9 by z square plus 1 into dz. You take this is f of z here. Okay, so now I can be written as I is equal to integration of f of z by z square plus 1 into dz. What is f of z here? Where f of z is equal to z to the power 4 plus 2z square minus 1 divided by z square minus 9. Okay, this is the f of z. So except that remaining things are same. It is very similar to previous problem. So ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಏನು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸೇಮ್ ಹೀಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. So take it, resolve this into partial fraction. Okay, so now after this you write, yes, I think you can write that one. Just follow the same. So now I can be written as I is equal to minus 1 by 2i into integration of f of z by z minus 1, or it is z plus 1, z plus I or z minus I. Yes, it is z minus of minus I, or you can write it is z plus I. So it is z minus of minus I into dz plus 1 by 2i into integration of f of z by z minus I into dz. So okay, so here mod z is equal to 2 is a circle with center origin and radius 2 and z is equal to minus I and z is equal to plus I are the points 0 minus 1 and 0 plus 1. Both the points lies inside the circle lies inside the circle mod z is equal to 2. So as I told in previous problem, so it is also with center origin and radius 2. So this is one point, z is equal to minus I, and this is the point z is equal to plus I. Okay, yeah, in today's class so much of disturbance is there, so outside my home kids are playing. A 0 1 0 minus 1 and 0 1 lies inside the circle. Mod z is equal to 2. Okay, so by using Cauchy's formula we have, therefore by Cauchy's integral formula we have so I is equal to minus 1 by 2I into 2 pi I into f of a, that is f of minus I, plus 1 by 2I into 2 pi I into f of plus I. Okay, so now find the value of f of minus I and f of plus I. So which is equal to, here you can cancel 2 and I, 2I and this 2I cancels. So now remaining is minus pi into f of minus I plus pi into f of plus I, which is equal to minus pi into f of minus I is minus I to the power 4 plus 2 into minus I square minus 1 divided by, in denominator it is z square minus 9. So that is z square minus I square minus 9. Okay, then plus pi I into, this is minus I to the power 4, sorry, it is plus I to the power 4 plus 2 into I square minus 1 divided by I square minus 9, which is equal to minus pi into I to the power 4 is plus 1, I square is minus, so it is minus 1, this is minus 2 minus 1 divided by, this is minus 1 minus 9, it is minus 10, plus pi into I to the power 4 is 1, I square is minus 1, that is minus 2 minus 1 divided by minus 10. Yes, now it is minus pi, so this is minus 3, so this plus 1 minus 1 cancel and minus 2 is cancelled with this 10, 2 ones are 2 5s are, so minus minus also cancels, so it is minus pi divided by 5 plus pi into, here also plus 1 minus 1 cancels, minus minus cancels, 2 ones are 2 5s are, so pi divided by 5 plus pi by 5 and minus pi by 5 cancels, so it gives 0. Okay, so take one more example. Yeah, it is very simple problem. Take, it is let f of z is equal to f of, sorry, that integral, okay, you take this, let I is equal to integration of f of z by z cube into dz over c, which is equal to where, what is f of z? Where f of z is equal to e to the power of z. Okay, now it is integration of f of z by z cube can be written as z minus 0 whole cube into dz. So take f of z is e power z, and in this dz cube is z minus 0 whole cube. This is the integral I. Now mod z is equal to 1 is a circle with center origin and radius of the circle is 1. So okay, this is the circle with center origin radius 1. And what is the point A here? A means that is 0, so that is origin. So that point is lies inside this circle, okay, and z is equal to 0 lies inside the circle mod z is equal to 1. Therefore, by Cauchy's formula, so therefore that integral I can be written as I is equal to, here we have to use Cauchy's integral formula for derivative. Cauchy's integral formula for derivative. What it says? Integration of, Cauchy's integral formula says that integration of, or you can write it is fn of a or fn plus 1 of, okay, fn of, okay, I write this in the form of fn of a, okay, written, I am written here, fn of a is equal to or you write in this format, okay, write like this, integration of f of z by z minus a to the power n plus 1 into dz is equal to 2 pi i into n fact 2 pi I by n factorial into fn of a. I think you know this one. Okay, similarly, in place of n we have 3. In place of n we have 3. So f of z, this can be written as 2 pi I by n factorial. What is n here? ಇದನ್ನ 2 plus 1 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ n place ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 2 pi I divided by 2 factorial into f2 of a. What is a here? A value is 0. And what is f2? F2 means second differentiation of f of z, right? So f of z is e power z. F dash of z is e power z only. F double dash of z is also e power z. So in this one you put z is equal to 0. Idralli z ge 0 agbeku now. So and this 2 and 2 cancels. I is equal to pi I into e power 0. Yes, you know that e power 0 is 1. So therefore I is equal to pi I. I is equal to pi I. Is next one more example of the same type, e power 2 z by z plus I to the power 4 into dz. So if possible you solve this problem. Okay, so I will continue next session because today I am getting more disturbances here, so I want to stop this class now.